Well, Chris, we're
You
live.
met the Lord and Savior of our
Oh
pizza,
dear.
Jesus
Chris,
Crust.
we're
You
Oh
live. Oh,
dear.
Jesus
Hold
Christ.
really
Would you
quickly.
the Savior of our
Oh
pizza,
dear.
did
Jesus
anyone order a
Crust.
three
We're
Jesus
Oh
live.
with a
dear.
free
Hold.
Jesus?
All right.
I feel like that's a reference to something that I don't know.
I know.
Yeah, me
Focus,
too.
people. Focus. All right. So the whole reason we have a pregame for the sillies to turn them off at some point. So moving on. Focus. All right. So last we left off, you all were kind of putzing around town a little bit. You found a fortune teller that gave everybody some interesting information, if you believe him. You know, who knows how full of magic and stuff those people are. Who knows what's gonna happen? Nobody. You don't know. You didn't make your insight check. So
Now that you've said
everyone,
that, I don't like it.
everyone has some like thoughts about where to go. You all have several options at this point. Of course, your overall mission is to get north with some money and get some diamonds, and then get back to Seton so that you can save the world. Is the best understanding of what's going on there. Uh,
Which even now is somewhat iffy.
who knows? No one knows for sure, but you all certainly found some lore and some predictions from people you suspect were up and up about it. Anyhow, there's information that that Lucian's girlfriend should be hitting port in about a month and a half, about a month's journey to the west of here. There's a wizard you have met that has access to teleportation, but is not inclined to just throw that out for everybody. He's got his own missions and things going on. There is also a beholder about a week outside of town that a bunch of adventuring groups are currently prepping to go after. Getting there ahead of them would let you claim the treasure first. Letting a few adventuring groups go in and get themselves disintegrated is, I guess, also technically an option. Um,
Let them
there's
off themselves.
job board has
Getting there.
a job board that you've seen mentions a cloud giant taking over a city to the east. There are tons of options all over the place, and the question is, everyone's standing there in the main thoroughfare as carts have been set up and merchants are selling their wares. You all got there first and kind of got the best pickings for the day's offerings to yourselves, but you were all kind of paused there, looking around. And I'd like Charlie, Lucian, and Ravi to make insight checks.
Cool. Roll with advantage.
With the first one with the new dice.
Ooh.
Oof. Thank God for advantage, because that is an
Advantage?
uh
Insight, yeah. Insight
Yeah.
and investigation, yeah.
So that's a 21 total. Thank God, because the other one was a 1.
16 for me.
14 for me.
Okay. Sonari, you your head turns a little bit as you receive a magical message in the back of your head, and you mentally respond back to that, and you kind of look over and see the other three staring right at you, like super obviously, like all of them pretty either looking at you curiously or like Lucian just looking at you like knowing that you just received some sort of thing and then thought something back to yourself, and then they're standing there pretty obviously having received a message of some kind.
Oh, I'm not there. I went to go buy an arm.
No,
Oh,
you guys have
right.
all regathered after your little
Okay.
shopping trips
Okay.
around all the carts.
Yeah.
Wait, can we see that Charlie bought an arm?
You would see Charlie.
Or at least just
Like, there's that, which is a totally separate issue. But yes, Charlie is currently stuffing 2 artificial arms into their bag.
I'll
You want me
ask
to-
about that.
do you want a hand with those?
Oh
Is that a-
God,
I-
you
Is that a
guys.
fucking pun?
Yeah, it definitely was, and I hold up the bag of holding.
I made a eye for an eye and an arm and a leg joke, and the vendor didn't like those very much.
Then that is a person with no taste.
Thank you.
You want me to put them in the bag? They seem a little cumbersome.
Yeah, please, here.
They look like an armful.
Yeah. Bit handy to have, though.
Oh my God, I'm leaving. I'm leaving, you guys.
People are going
Can
to
Lucian-
start taking lightning damage.
Can Lucian just high five Robbie?
Is anyone saying anything, or are you just like letting it go? Is it anybody, Chris, or
So
anybody?
Well, if we want to leave sooner, I don't have any reason to stay anymore.
What
um
happened?
All right.
Nothing. Heard word. Uncle just contacted me and said that he's not going to be here now, and to meet him in about a month and a half. So we don't have to stick around if you guys don't want to. We have business to get to. If you think.
okay. You guys, like, we need money for those diamonds, right? And like,
Yes, and I was thinking about it. Beholders tend to have lots of loot and
lots of money.
money and potentially diamonds with them.
We go
And I
that
know your
way.
friend is going there to potentially die, Charlie.
Yeah, I kind of don't want him to because he was like teaching me how to like attack Lucian and stuff, and I kind of want to do that. And then
Sorry,
hey,
he's a good man.
we could
That's
keep
definitely
going
worth it.
and see Lucian's girlfriend and whatever else we need to do down that way.
Charlie's right.
What else?
Because
you know
who also has a lot of money? Pirates.
Yeah, that's was my thinking.
Was it?
Yeah.
Can I tell that Charlie is hiding
the other three
something?
can definitely insight check, and Charlie can
Okay.
make a deception check.
I would like to.
I would
I
like
wanna
to
see
as
it.
well.
I'm gonna do
I
it at
say shit,
disadvantage
but I like it.
because
Okay.
I'm gonna do it at disadvantage.
That's fair. They double
What
that
was
20.
it?
Roll of that night.
Huh?
21. I
Oh
got
god.
a 20 and a 16, or a 19 and a 16.
Nice.
So
Nice.
21.
Can eat.
What's a
Hi.
tie?
Got a 22.
Yeah.
Mm,
What's a tie?
What's Scenari's got?
6.
6. Okay. Yeah. So Scenari's just like, huh? A little distracted at the message that you've received from your uncle, and then, but the other two of you are kind of look at Charlie, and Charlie like weirdly like stumbles and like trips over something in the ground. It's like, oh shit, and then to try to play it off, but you all get a pretty good read that Charlie's avoiding something more than they actually think there's a good reason to go west.
I give Charlie the like I know look, and like I know you're lying, but I'm not gonna press right now.
Lucian's just gonna shrug, just like, hey, an excuse to see my girlfriend. I'm gonna take it.
Why are you making an insight check if you don't care about the results? All right.
Fair enough.
Charlie, you feel a slight like shove at your shoulder, and behind you is the older elf fighter. Is like, hey, target practice.
Yeah. Okay. Coming. Yep. Bye, guys.
Looks at the rest of you and is just like, oh god, are you all gearing up to head that way too? All right. Sure enough.
Yeah.
That's the one that I punched.
Everyone stares at you blankly.
I could punt you.
Try.
I'm not going. They haven't given me a reason to. Yet.
That's debatable over the course of this
I was
campaign.
about to say the same thing, but
The-
good on
well,
you. Good on
I'm
you.
not going to. It's rude.
Lucian does a 26 hit you.
Yes.
Okay. There a vague, audible like of something flying in, and the other three watch as a set of bolas out of kind of nowhere fly, get Lucian in the legs, wrap around, and she just like loses balance and falls prone with the bolas around. And you hear a call from like behind a cart as the elf fighter steps out and goes, Charlie, get those for me. And he like keeps walking back towards the adventuring guild for target practice. Apparently,
I like him.
Rude.
Jonah, your video is frozen.
That
Oh no!
was awesome.
Don't.
Sorry,
Can you ask him not to do that
Very
again? I
smug with
panicked for a
Robbie.
second and thought the sect Bahamut was here again.
All right, we got Ravi back.
I want that guy to be my dad. Okay, bye.
You're my
I grabbed
dad.
the things and run away.
Woogie.
My dad.
Do the Brennan Lee Mulligan thing, like I am your dad now.
I will be right back. My
Your
whole
last name is Mulligan.
Discord is bugging out.
There, yeah, you got some buggy issues over there. But so Charlie heads over towards the adventuring guild, supposedly to do some target practice. Everyone teleports to different sides of the screen. Anyone else have any other plans they would like to do? You all have not actually technically decided together exactly what you're doing. Mr. Abby.
I think we just agreed to go find the beholder. I think.
As well, yeah.
And then go find my
We
girlfriend.
have 2 horses and a donkey between us, right?
Yes.
3
Okay.
if we can include the injured one.
Yeah, we can't really.
Yeah, we could try to sell.
You've
But-
It's just gonna get turned into glue.
You've been on
Yeah.
the road for a week. The horse is pretty fine at this point, especially
Oh.
Ravi with downtime and healing magic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you do have you have 2
Okay.
horses, like 2, basically like light riding horses and a donkey, and a small cart, which you could always upgrade if you want.
Yeah, I was
but-
gonna say. Did you have something?
I was gonna say, but you don't know that there is a road to where you're going.
That's
that would be
true.
Yeah.
I do want to sell the donkey though,
Okay.
since
I-
we've got 3 horses and you know,
Halflings and elves.
Sure.
yeah.
Charlie could just ride on a horse with either me or Ravi.
Yeah, exactly.
The lesbian
Lucy.
horse.
So you are all going to look into selling the donkey and getting another horse.
We have the 3 horses though.
The
We're just gonna keep the 3.
3 horse, the 2, I thought.
Yeah,
Or-
because there was 2, and then there was the injured
2, and
one.
then there was an injured. Yeah.
I believe you had. I thought you had 1 horse, an injured horse, and then the donkey pulling the cart. Or the 2
I was pretty sure you had said there was,
It was
2
two,
in the.
yeah.
Gotcha. All
Because
right.
Lucy and I each had a horse, and then we had one just like trailing behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's the situation. So
Let me ask my question.
yeah.
The place to the west, is it 2 months walking is it a month walking distance?
It is a month travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could that
That's your
potentially
current
be
travel
faster?
speed.
Okay,
You
that's
have access
including
to
the
which is horse.
horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make slightly better or less time. You also are aware that people don't show up in a town and then teleport away, typically. So
Yeah.
if you're off a day,
There's a little wiggle room.
right. So Charlie's
I'm
off.
trying to think. Oh, sorry.
Something's happening. So Charlie, you follow over to the archery practice area behind the Adventurers Guild. The older elf man is standing there. He's like, okay, there's a little trick you should know. The martial artist types, they can catch arrows, but how well they catch them has more to do with how much strength is behind the hit versus the accuracy. So don't worry about whether or not your aim is perfect. Just, you gotta yank on that string and get it flying at them. Your only hope is that they don't have the wrist strength to stop it all the way and then gets all the way in. You can see
I'm
Which is true
not very
twice.
strong, man.
it's strong as a relative term here, and he kind of gets your feet placed right, which you recognize as just making use of sharpshooter, and shows you how to use your momentum to get a full pull on the bow, so that when you let it go, it's flying in as hard as it can, and you all practice firing off some high damage arrows into some targets. What is everyone else doing? Is my question.
I changed my mind about selling the donkey. We don't really need to do that, because while traveling, a donkey can just, like, at a walking speed, the donkey can keep up with the horses. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So,
Sure. And donkey
Yeah.
pulling a cart kind of thing while everybody else rides horses.
or we could trade in the donkey for a pony
Ooh, that could also be good.
for Charlie.
Yeah. I think that would also be very cute.
Well, and that way Charlie can actually get up onto the mount, you know, instead of having to like jump and grab the stirrup and then climb up, you know.
Or someone just lifting them up onto the horse.
So if I can, I'd like to find someone who is selling ponies and also would like to try and sell the donkey.
Gotcha. So, otherwise, everybody's just hanging out with Ravi, or
We're not leaving town today, are we?
you all have not
Unfortunately,
established.
haven't decided that. We haven't talked about it.
Shit.
But we do know that tonight is when I think some teams are heading out towards the polder. So, if we want to hit there first, we probably will leave before them.
Yeah, we can head out as soon as we're ready, pretty much.
As soon as maybe as soon as Charlie hits back.
Lucy,
I think I want to go see Luna if Luna's available.
Lucina is going to tell they turn to Rob and say, I'm gonna head back to my tavern room just for somewhere to be somewhere quiet for now.
Right. I'll meet you there once travel.
Sounds good.
All right, so
Lucy.
we've got everybody's location. So Ravi, make an investigation check for me.
All right. I'm just gonna see. I don't think there's anything I can do to help myself with that. Can't bardic inspiration myself.
All right.
So yeah.
I'm making a roll.
Yep. Investigation, you said?
Indeed.
I am pretty good at that. So that's 22.
Woo! You see there are a couple places that seem to specialize in mounts for adventurers. In particular, you get a little bit jealous feeling as you walk up on a business that is not meant for you whatsoever. Its entrances are meant for halflings. There is like a barn door type thing that's for the livestock to go in and out, and it is not tall enough for horses. It's maybe tall enough for you to go through if you like kind of duck. And as you enter, there is like a counter, but you are having your shoulders up against the ceiling as a halfling male looks up at you.
Yeah.
And is just like, yes. I'm sorry, we don't have
Hi
much
there.
that would be useful to you here.
No, I'm looking for a mount for my friend, actually.
Oh, a gnome or a halfling or goblin or...
Yes, a halfling, about that tall. And I'm like crouching the whole time. It's like about that tall.
Sure.
Um,
Are they wielding a sword or an axe or bow or...
Usually they're using a bow, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, what I'm gonna want you to do here is you're gonna want to bring your friend in. Now, I think I have... Yes, I have the goodest boy that would be wonderful for your friend. It takes you into the side door, and you do see a red-haired gnome who has like a pair of daggers in the back, like for just in case, and is guiding about a half a dozen war dogs, and in particular is like, hey, I'm afraid, look, we might have a cellar for Leon. And it's just like, Leon! And you see a dog that was like sitting in the corner sit up, sort of a like the golden like lion dog collie mix, if you could imagine it. just like immediately comes to attention and like in a quick gallop, and then comes to a stop right by and sits and tilts the head slightly, and so yeah, Leon here is well bred, well trained, ready to go for adventuring purposes. We do sell barding that we have on stock to keep him protected, and we would hope to bond whoever you want to be riding and the animal as soon as you can.
All right.
Thank you.
I will.
If you'd like to ensure that the animal's on retainer, we'll want a half price for the animal, and we'll make sure it's measured up for ready to go for armor and of whatever degree you are interested in. We'll get them.
Yes, for sure. How much would that be?
Well,
perhaps?
it depends how heavily armored you would like the animal. The animal itself, if you put down 30 gold, we'll have it here for you when you return. And for your barding options, there's a studded leather that we can have fitted for 90 gold, all the way up to, if you have 2,000 gold pieces, we can get a proper plate armor on the barding, and depends what you're looking for.
I think the studded leather should suffice.
Fair enough. So
that's 90 now or 45 now?
It'd be, well, don't worry about the barding. We can always just resize that if you don't come back. But 30 for keep the animal on hold.
All right. I hand over the 30 gold.
Excellent. Kind of fills out like an official paperwork and hands it over. And you kind of see he has a very organized filing system with like breeding information. And like pulls up like a little folder and like just puts the note in it, and it's like, and we've got the documentation for all of the history and you know.
It's vaccinated, yes.
Oh, I mean, to the degree
all
that's
its
necessary.
vaccinations are up to date.
We have a cleric that comes through bi-monthly and removes any disease of any animals, but they all stay very healthy. This is a very we keep a very clean environment, and they're well fed and cared for. They're proper stock for you folks.
Perfect. Well, I will bring my friend in as soon as I can.
Very good. Leon in particular is trained in having a mount that serving as a mount for an archer, which seems to be what you're looking for. So.
Perfect.
Okay, well met. We'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And I duck out of the door.
Make sure not to crack your head on the way out.
It's like a Lady Dimitrescu moment.
Right. Yeah, there's a range of massive puppies to well-trained dogs, to dogs that are getting used to being trained for being in armor and barding. When, like, mock fights are happening inside. There's quite a business going on in a small roof. And you just have a moment of like, that was a thing to see.
That was so cute.
The goodest boy.
I must find Charlie.
Gold Shih Tzu. That's what I was thinking.
We need to find this dog.
It's a golden Shih Tzu collie mix. All right. But also big. Big enough for Charlie to ride around on.
Wait, Charlie's
Sonari.
getting a riding dog?
A riding dog, yeah. Sonari, you get over to the tower, easy enough. They recognize you. You just kind of walk on in. You know Luna usually is at the top floor. Nobody's stopping you. One person at some point, it's still kind of early, so they kind of just instinctually, they're walking with like 2 cups of coffee and instinctually just go, here? And like, go like hand you a cup of coffee.
Thank you.
And then they kind of look at down at the cup of coffee they already have, and they feel confused and like walk away. But you get up to Luna, who's sitting there, kind of doing her morning routine. It looks like. Sonari, yes.
Hi, Luna. 2 things. First, it looks like old Uncle Ingram won't be showing up. After all, nothing new there, and not entirely unexpected. But I'm planning to meet up with him in Rowfield in a bit.
Sure.
It's fine. And second, my party and I have actually decided to go after that beholder you were talking about. Before you get after me for that, We know it's gonna be a hell of a fight, but the reward might be worth it, and it would aid us in our journey a bit. I did only catch. Yeah.
You've taken up the adventurer's style of things, and that's other archivists before you have done the same and come back with wonderful research. So I always knew it's a possibility. I can't say I'm pleased because it's dangerous, as you know.
I figured you. Yeah. But I did only catch that end of the presentation on the holder.
Oh, they're horrible monstrosities.
Yes.
Extra-dimensional beings bring others of themselves into existence through nightmares they have. Expect some of its offspring to be developing in the area, more than likely. How horrific they are? Who knows? The ones that survive longer are usually more stable, but they're all a little... I mean, they get birthed into creation from each other's nightmares. They're messed up. They often consider themselves superior to like all other beings. If there's any like, small humanoids or like less than organized communities in the area, it may have taken a lordship over them. Essentially, it's likely set up its lair with traps and tunnels. And just approach carefully and keep your wits about you.
All right.
If you have magic casters, make sure they spread out, because it can nullify the ability to use magic in a certain radius.
All right. I will keep that in mind.
It is directional, though, so if you get one in front, one behind, at least one of them should be able to make use of their magics.
Yeah. And, yeah, I was pretty much just here to tell you that was going to happen, but I don't expect anything special, but you do know, obviously, it's a dangerous mission. And if you had anything or knew of anything that would be able to help us, I would greatly appreciate it. And give it back, obviously.
While you're still talking, she's like turned around and like grabs a step stool, takes it over to one of her shelves, and walks up, and you see this little like crystal ball marble, like a little large for a marble, but you know, obviously pretty small for a crystal ball. But it's just like a clear crystal sphere. And as you finish talking, she kind of comes down and walks over. Speaking of your spellcasters, give them this. Hands this little sphere over to you. It's going to disintegrate when they use it, but it's helpful. It makes the spell they cast through it harder to resist. So now here's the thing. You said you're going to her memory's great. Mine's awful. You said you're heading to Rofield.
I did mention that, yes.
These are on the beach. I expect you to bring me a completely different one back.
Alright, sounds different one.
Well, the beach
like
is,
not
the
this,
beach is
not this one.
The beach is, well, I expect you to use it and not die, and then go to Rofield and come back with another one.
What is this thing called? Marble?
This is a Rofield sphere.
Okay. Okay. Easy enough to do. I'm heading back.
All right.
Thank you.
They attune to it, and then when they choose to cast a spell through it, it'll shatter, and then they'll get to make use of the magic from it.
All right. We'll probably come back here to stop through again, but for now, thank you. Let's see.
Make your way. I know a few of the other groups are heading out pretty soon, so.
Right. Gotta get to it first.
I will see you again.
Absolutely.
I suspect some of your friends are gonna die, but I think you'll make it out just fine.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. And I'll go. I kind of want to see if I can find. Have you done this already? Charlie's little training session. I kind of want to watch it.
You actually can see it from the window. The way
Nice.
up this high, you can overlook the. You look out as you watch the elf kind of like fix Charlie's form a little bit, and Charlie does a movement where it's not just like drawing, aiming, and firing. It's all in one motion, and there's not even that much aiming to it. But you see this little arrow from this short bow from this halfling fire through and just like explode the center of the head of one of the targets. And
Oh, that's really cool.
you see the little poof of straw go out the back of the head, and you're just like pretty confident in how Charlie's going to do in this scenario.
Nice.
And Lucian, you make it back up into your room.
Lucian's going to have a meditation. Is going to meditate with the feather once again.
All right.
They
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, she figures it kind of had a warning before. Maybe it'll help again. That's a 13 total.
It's a 13. You do sit and meditate with the feather for a good short rest, essentially. Sitting in your room and meditating on the feather. You feel some almost dreams or visions of like spiders, and you try to lock onto that, and you see the shadow, and you see the webs, and then you kind of focus on it, and then kind of realize that you're just staring at a literal spider in the corner of your room. So just a little house spider that's just setting up a little trap for flies.
Lucian has the exact same reaction I just did. Just, Jesus. I don't like it.
The monk who is afraid of house spiders.
Lucian's arachnophobic, okay? But arachnophobic to just like, I will light this entire house on fire if I see another goddamn spider.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will.
Spiders.
Lucian is chaotic evil. We've established this over and over again.
Lucian is not chaotic evil. They're chaotic neutral at worst.
At best.
At
Better.
Yeah, I know.
Charlie, you see Ravi approaching quickly, kind of as you're finishing up with your training. As the older elf man is like, "All right, I think you got it. Should be able to kill that monk anytime you feel like it. Make sure you got your distance. They're pretty fast, but you're pretty good with this thing. You get that 300 feet away in a nice clearing. You just start raining down death on that thing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Goes for like goes for a fist bump.
Yeah. So I'll
Figures.
see you there at the Beholder.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're all going. Yeah, I gotta go talk to my boys and see what we're doing. All right.
Cool.
The boys.
See you around.
Nods. Gives you kind of an awkward look just because it's a weirdly awkward situation, and he's just like, look, I'm gonna die or I'm not gonna die, so we're either gonna hang out again or not, but you'll be fine. I'll see if I can kill it before you get there.
I think we're going to beat you to it, old man.
Yeah.
Who's the flump?
That's my friend.
Oh. What's up, kid?
Not much actually. I just looking for Charlie.
Points, just like to his left.
Yeah.
All right.
Charlie, I think I found you a good mount.
Oh, thanks. What do I owe you?
Oh, I think you should come take a look.
Okay.
We can sort that out later.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All right.
So, Nara, you do see Ravi and Charlie heading off a couple blocks away. So you can kind of see to what little like barn area that they're going to.
I'm ahead. Yeah, I'll head that direction
And
as
you've
well.
been through before. It's like a kind of a section of the city that services mount needs for everybody. It's also near some of the blacksmith shops and things, so that barding can be easily made.
Cool.
It's very loud and stinky.
Charlie, you walk in and are greeted by a slightly older halfling gentleman, light beard. He's just like, "Oh yeah, you must be here for your mount. Come on in. We've got barding set up for studded leather, but if you'd like to upgrade to a breastplate or chain, that's something we can definitely take care of." It takes you into the side room, and you see the puppers running through combat drills, and a couple of at this point in the day, a couple of another halfling and a kobold are in there with like wooden swords and like padded arrows, and they're running through like combat drills with some of the dogs.
Ravi, what the fuck?
What?
This is a dog.
Yes, that you can ride.
And this gold Shih Tzu collie mix,
But
just like a lion lassie, gallops up and like comes to a stop with this fitted studded leather barding to help keep it protected, and it doesn't bark or anything. It just goes up and it's just and the gnome trainer is like, very good, very good. Now I don't think this one can talk to you, but I think you'll be all right. You are well trained, and I look forward to hearing of your great deeds across the land. And the dog's just like, this is Leon. He's one of my favorites. Try not to charge him into immediate death.
I won't. Thank you. I'm gonna give him. I go up and I give him all the scratches and the pets.
Yeah, does that thing where it tries to remain regal, but you can tell he likes it. It's well trained, but he does like the scratches. The shop owner. Ooh.
It's also a dog literally the same size as you. Technically, one size larger.
Technically, it counts as medium, and is quite capable. I may have misspoken on some of the costs of things.
Okay.
There we go.
All good. Okay.
The 30 has already been put down. For the barding and the saddle, it's another 200. For the leather barding and the military saddle, that'll help you stay put. And you can tell he comes over to the saddle that's made for the dog. You can see here where you can strap your legs in, and that helps you in guiding without having to give verbal commands. And the dog is well trained on how to move about, and that leaves both of your arms free for your archery.
I already have 200 counted out, and I'm handing the other 30 to Ravi.
I like the idea of like while he's talking, you're just
I don't take it. Yeah.
Take the money.
I won't.
Why not?
I will take
Because you're my friend.
some of the money, the 200 in particular.
Yeah. I just like take my money, man.
No, I won't.
Why?
I don't need it.
Why are you so nice?
And you're my
to
friend.
me?
Because I'm a bitch.
Yeah, you are.
You hear the three dogs
Shove
go.
the 30 in my pocket.
3 dogs go. You're like,
I was talking about me. I was talking about me.
Alright, still not a word we use in this facility.
Sorry.
Derogatory usage.
Yes. Now,
It's derogatory.
come on, you need to know how this works, and guides you, like, gets you up onto the saddle. It's surprisingly easy to do because it's a very well trained animal. And yeah, you have the riding dog. Should be able to find the stats for the
Mastiff, right?
Yeah, for the Mastiff. But, you know, Shih Tzu Collie mix, because, you know, lion.
And his name's Leon?
Leon. It is
Leon.
L-E-O.
There's an accent on the E.
There's an accent on the O.
Respect this dog.
Huh? You respect
You will
the dog.
respect this dog.
A nice collar, not is like a simple band that just has Leon stamped in it. and it is well set up. They explain it can sleep in the barding, but doesn't mind in safer areas to be able to frolic. It's if you leave it unleashed, it's fully capable of hunting its own food at night, and as long as you're somewhere that has food, and you are able to essentially use its movement speed instead of your own for travel and even in combat if you want to bring it into combat.
Sweet.
And its AC is 12.
Yeah, I have it all right here.
Yeah,
Speed 40, 5 hit points.
Should have like a 2 higher AC than whatever's listed in the stats for it.
Shut up.
Sweet.
Because of the barding. Which
Talking about dogs, and Chris has got excited. Dog armor? What?
Dog
Anything happens
plate.
to this- If anyone happens to this dog, I'm killing everyone in the party and then myself.
Don't worry, that won't happen. We
I
won't
haven't
let
St.
it.
George, and yet
Oh my. So,
That was
What
a
is
racist
Chris?
comment.
What is
That was-
dog's name?
this dog,
Chris- Yes.
Kyle. I'm boarding him. He's not mine.
Okay.
Dog.
I did not choose Kyle, but Kyle is his name.
A great name for a dog, not for a person.
Very
Sorry,
good.
Kyle's, but
Kyle's and Kevin's.
Ads.
all right.
Right.
Never actually met a man named Chad.
I have.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yes. So, you all are, or Sonari, you make your way down into the where they all went, and you see Charlie, like essentially strutting out of the barn door of this halfling,
skipping almost.
halfling dog raising house on top of this regal canine.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm giving him scratches as we're riding out. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna like kneel down,
Mm-hmm.
put my hand up for the dog to sniff to say hi.
Make it an animal handling check with
Yeah,
advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's a 0. So then, 16.
16, yeah. Dog sniffs and doesn't lick your hand. Sticks its snout like on top of your hand, and then under.
Yeah. That's
Good
the
boy.
that's-
Oh yeah, that's a good shit right there.
That is a
But
good boy.
I'm gonna look it in the eyes like, my name is Sonari.
What did you say about my mom?
can you like? Does he understand you? Does he understand me?
And me. I'm sure he understands you, or at least trained to understand part of it. Yeah,
What's his name? I'm not
His
there.
name's Leon.
that is a beautiful name for this dog.
He's a good boy.
We say Lucian gets down there around the same time. So the party is gathered. Are you all doing anything, or go grab your horses and start making your way into the forest?
Just hell. Why is there a dog?
Got a more suitable
was
mount
in-
for our friend here.
Can
Why
I
isn't
pet
there?
the
Why
dog?
hasn't there been a dog thus far? That's the issue,
Pet the
really.
dog.
Lucian's gonna
That's
pet
right,
the dog.
sorry.
Animal handling check.
Lucian's a what?
Lucian's gonna pet the dog.
Just go pet the dog? All right, make an animal handling check.
No, like hold their hand out first.
Game mechanics that
Can I pet you?
Yeah, animal handling check.
Yeah.
feature that every game needs. You know,
Absolutely.
if you can't pet the dog in the video game, why is there a dog?
19.
19. Yeah, you go to pet the dog, and the dog looks at you, and then but allows it.
You are a very good dog.
I'll lean closer to the dog after Lucian goes away, and I'm like, Lucian's kind of an ass sometimes. So like, I've seen dogs like push people over and stuff before, and I would be okay if you did that.
I'm right here.
Kind of a look back and like a head tilt, like not sure that the dog has learned push over someone who's been a dick to you before.
Over here, train this dog.
As
We're
a
gonna train
maneuver.
this dog.
You did the maneuver push over people who are dicks.
So
No one
question remains as far as what you all are going to do before you head into the forest.
Oh, sorry, I had things. I need to find my inventory. I want to sell my old short.
Yeah. Was I able to sell the donkey?
Yes. The one of the more common stables took it for 4 gold.
Cool.
Yeah. You also are seeing that if you all just had some sacks or something, you could travel light and not need a cart in particular.
Yeah, I will pick up some like saddlebags and things.
Sure. Player's handbook, find saddlebags, whatever you need. Charlie.
I'm gonna sell my short bow and buy some ball bearings.
Sure. Sell at half price, and then ball bearings are readily available, as is pretty much any like player's handbook kind of gear.
Cool.
Don't have to do a whole fully role-played shopping montage for ball bearing.
Right.
Lucien now has 3 quarterstaffs. I just realized.
Yeah, it looks real weird.
Yeah, Lucien's going to sell one of their quarterstaffs.
A bag of quarterstaffs.
The
just throwing them like javelins.
I believe the regular quarterstaff is 1 or 0 gold or something like that.
It's 2 silver.
Hilarious.
2 silver pieces.
Just...
Someone will give you a silver piece
and
for
bling.
it.
That's fine. I don't need it.
I will get a saddlebag. Can Leon have his saddlebag as well?
Yes.
Or probably not.
Yeah.
Little
Dog has a saddlebag.
Okay, so then I will get 4 saddlebags. Each are 4 gold pieces, so 16 gold.
Nice. Mark it off.
Yep.
I just realized Lucien has a painter supplies this entire time.
Sitting in the
and
bag.
it doesn't
not
come up once.
I don't know why it's coming up now.
Would like
no,
to put up that one of the marketing people, the health potion, I didn't take it. I would take it now.
Oh, okay.
I would look for it.
I believe at this point,
is
they
it
do
odd
still
already?
they do still have it when you get over there. So 50 gold pieces and pick up another healing potion.
I'll do that for good measure. And I'm gonna pull out that Rofield spear and show it to the party and be like, "So I was given." Oh yeah,
you go first.
I was given this sphere and was told that it makes spells harder to resist. Which one of you two would probably use it? I don't cast spells.
I mean, yeah, I tend to cast more, I guess.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Right, I'll give it
I
to
cast
Rowdy.
I have the most powerful spell of all. Fist.
I was gonna say it was like love.
Is it?
A wizard walks by and goes, "No, it's time. Time is the most powerful magic. What is love?
Is it ROE or ROW?
You think when a mother and a child are horribly destroyed in a blast from an asteroid, they didn't love each other enough?
You weren't loved enough as a child.
Obviously, you've never watched She-Ra. Is it ROE or ROW?
It is ROFIELE.
Okay.
What if it's the most powerful spell of all? It deals 8d10 necrotic damage.
I also say to everyone, if there's anything, I can travel. We can travel a bit lighter if you want to just throw things in the bag, and I can have them here. Things you don't need on your person, exactly.
Lucien's gonna pull out a bag of painting supplies.
Painter
Just like,
supplies.
put those. Just
Sure.
don't ask why I have those.
All right, so Lucien will cross that off the inventory. Ravi's carrying it in the bag of holding.
Just to travel a bit lighter. This will always weigh 50 pounds. So
Must be great.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
sounds like it's actually heavy as shit. 50 pounds.
Is it 50? I thought that's what a bag of holding was.
It's
15.
15. Okay, that's still a lot. It's a little bit, but not that bad.
Well,
Really.
that's not that bad.
That's like
What am I
the
talking
weight
about?
of like
I'm actively carrying like a 25 to 30 pound
Yeah.
per
Yeah.
pound like child constantly who doesn't
Yeah.
want to be
I'm
carried.
going back to like high school days, like backpack full of textbooks,
Right.
so we could do it.
That would have been like my backpack was like 30
My backpack was,
pounds
like,
easy.
30 to 40 easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not.
I used to own a messenger.
I never
bag that was
used my
actually-
locker. Everything was in my bag.
Same.
Who-
Lockers.
What high schooler actually uses their locker?
Anyways,
Ones without back issues. Charlie.
I do now.
I'm gonna put the I have a cracked sphere. I'm not sure what that is.
Was
You
it
have
the cracked pearl?
It was a pearl. Yeah, it was a cracked pearl.
Oh, it was a pearl. Okay, I'll put the pearl in there. The arms are in there. I'll put the small candle that can't be lit. Oh no, I'll keep that. Never mind. And the small silver skull I'll put in there.
All right. Sounds good. You all can message each other on the Discord about particulars and get that inventory placed to whatever it is. All right. So people kind of hand over stuff and things. You do spot. I think we'll call him Ebrin. I'm not actually 100% sure that's his name, but you see that's his name now. Canon. You see Ebrin, the older elf fighter, and what seems like a small like ragtag group of adventurer individuals. Looks like there's somebody who has this like really like ostentatious wizard hat, to be like, look at me, I'm the wizard kind of hat. And it kind of like is like examining it and like puts it on and like seems to like trace the rim for a while. Like it's actually, you're kind of watching him and you're like, what are you even doing? And then after tracing the rim one last time, kind of swirls their hand and flicks, and a bolt of fire just fires into the dirt, and it's just like kind of gives everybody a thumbs up. And you see Ebrin just be like, what? It's like, hey. He kind of like grabs everybody, checks, like he does the check their gear thing. If anyone's ever gone like skydiving, it would be like the instructor is like checking everyone's chutes. He's just like going through, and it's just like you see him like cinch up somebody's armor at one point, and then give him like a smack on the back of the head. And then
He's a
like
mom.
nudges a dwarf and is just like talks to him for a bit, and the dwarf kind of nods and is like, all right. And they just start walking over towards the woods. They're just heading westward out of the city, and then they're starting. You would see them start to turn north. We do know
where we do know where we're going, right?
You know you need to go northwest.
Ah, damn it!
Why don't we just follow them?
Because we're trying to get there before them.
The dog like looks back and he's like, ruff, and like walks Charlie on his back over next to everybody. Ruff, kind of like walks quietly, and then sprints and then gets like 30 feet away, and then looks back and is just like, ruff.
Ah, fuck!
Yes, let's get going.
All right, so you all go get your horses, saddle up. There's one animal with armor for protection, and it's the brand new dog.
The dog is the most important.
Right. Without a cart to worry about, everyone starts galloping at a good trot, and within about 10 minutes of getting everybody's mounts and stuff together, you all pull ahead of that adventuring group with Ebrin. And Ebrin kind of looks at you all pass, and it's just like, all right, leave some ice stocks for us. He gives a little like salute towards Charlie. You all head into the woods with. Yeah.
We know it's in a cave, right?
You have heard it is in a cave.
In a cave in a dungeon to the northwest.
Yep.
All right.
It's very specific.
My idea is that we head to whatever mountain we think it's on, and we travel around the side of it
You look.
so that we can try and find a cave.
You look northwest and see no mountains.
Oh.
Hills can have
I,
caves.
Those are the eyes.
as we like go past them, I turn around. It's like, sorry, where are we actually going?
Points that way.
That is that.
Good luck, kid. Leave your horses outside in case you die, so we can ride them back.
That's a good idea. I turn back and go.
Do we know how old this beholder is?
No,
No.
you don't know its
No.
name either.
We just know that there is a beholder in a cave to the northwest.
So descriptive.
Yeah.
You all spend a lot of afternoons researching. So heading
Yeah, we
out
did.
into the
That's
woods.
the problem.
Very good pace with everyone mounted without having to worry about a cart to getting around all the trees and everything. Everybody would be making some pretty good time. The question is going to be if you all are going to want to move stealthily once you are getting deeper into the forest, or if you want to just go for it.
Normal
Definitely.
pace.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I use normal.
I was
pace.
just saying normal pace, but like I'm keeping an eye out for like any signs of like a beholder or like some sort of
Normal pace,
creature
but
from
more
not of our
wary.
world.
Mm.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
do those even look
I could be
like?
down with that.
Just anything that looks weird. Like Stranger Things-esque,
What scenario are you talking about?
The Demogorgon.
Just kind of like just like normal pace, but just more wary of the situation until we find something
Sure.
else.
Not wanting to go fast enough that you're gonna have trouble
Yeah.
spotting things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normal pace. Fair enough.
Okay.
Let's get a stealth check from everybody in the party.
Ow!
Yes.
You good?
I smacked my ankle against my desk.
Oof.
Nice.
Cocked.
My stealth check
Same
is
roll.
19. I'm gonna get this dog's food real quick.
17, 19,
26.
26. What was Ravi's?
A natural 20 for a 24
Woof. Yeah.
on a horse.
On a horse. It's not so much about like being super stealthy quiet. It's more picking good routes that aren't going to have too much snappy twigs and being on the right side of hills in case there was something you needed to avoid on one of the other sides. General things like that. But with the all of your all's like average successes there, you're gonna have no issues getting up to the general area. Now, general area is not the exact place, but I would like whoever is leading to be making a survival check.
I guess that's probably me, isn't it?
Could very well be Ravi.
I tend to be the front man.
This is
I guess Sonari seems like she's able to, be in the woods and track things. I don't know. Anyone?
You get the sense Sonari's more knows
Smart.
like encyclopedic knowledge of like how plant families work versus exactly how to maneuver through a forest.
All right, Lucian, I need a hand.
All right.
Is Lucian
I'll-
trained in survival?
Maybe no.
No. So Ravi, make a
Can I
survival
help?
check.
Can I help Lucian? Because I have hat
is-
proficiency.
Is Lucian trained in survival?
Okay.
Okay.
I guess
No.
it's just me then with
Just
my
Ravi.
+2.
I have +3.
That's not bad. I got a 19.
19. Not bad at all.
Okay.
Given how quietly you all were able to make your approach, choose good spots to rest for the evening as you go through the woods. You all make pretty good time, not having any hang-ups as you get up to the general area. And Ravi, looking around the area, is keeping everybody in a good, quiet position. You even find a good little clearing to leave the animals, if need be. as you feel like you are in the general vicinity, as everyone hears a distant
Can I try and like zero in on what direction that came from?
Yeah, it came from your, like, the party's left. The horses spook slightly, the dog does not.
Park the horses.
Finding a seemingly relatively safe clearing for the horses. So you all dismount. Does Charlie dismount?
How sneaky is a dog?
He's got like 5 hit points, bro.
I know.
Don't bring the
Yeah.
dog.
The dog
Oh,
can guard the
Listen.
horses.
Yeah. Although I think horses, like draft horses, have like a
Double
higher
the
stat
amount of
block.
hit point.
They are
Yeah.
prey animals.
Yes,
Yep.
but it's a dog.
You found a spot where there is plenty of room for them to move and get behind trees and, like, defend themselves, essentially. But it's also a place where there's grass, so it's like you could feel pretty confident if you left them here, they would be here.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Question remains to Charlie. Is Charlie dismounting, leaving the dog with
Yeah.
the horses? All right. You dismount and get to the edge of the clearing. The dog, you feel the dog kind of bite the back of your armor and hold you steady, and then, like, looks at you, looks back at the horses, looks at you. Ruff,
Could you like watch them?
ruff.
Should use like command words.
Watch the horses.
Protect. Yes.
Hey, protect.
Protect.
Ruff.
I'm gonna give them scratches.
Oh,
Insight check on the dog.
sure.
No. 12.
12? You sense no deception from the dog.
Nice.
Cool.
I was gonna say.
Cool.
Stay. Guard. Protect.
Ruff.
Charlie.
The dog then,
I
like,
think
puts its
I
head
think
down.
it got it.
Which you start to, like, go for scratches, and then it just, like, headbutts you, like, into the forest. And then
dog
turns
could
around
bark
back
slowly.
to, like, and you see it, like, slowly circling the horses, making sure that there's nothing approaching them.
He's hurting them.
It's hurting them.
The dog could woof slowly, it would.
You're a good boy. Okay, let's go.
Quiet, I'm defending these animals. All right. Heading into the forest, about a
Towards
minute
the
later.
sound, I guess.
About another minute in, you hear another, like,
Well, what did it sound like?
Yeah, you cut out
You
part
cut out.
like
Yeah.
Oh. A woeful screaming is what you are all hearing.
same.
Is it human? Don't like that answer.
I'll go scout. I'll go look up ahead.
Cool.
I'm
Stealth
gonna go.
check from Charlie.
20. Dirty.
Charlie getting in under the bushes on occasion, pretty quietly heading forward towards the sound. And then you come up on what's like the trees up to this point have been pretty, like, straight up normal trees to kind of situation. You come up on these trees that bend hard to one side and then curve back, and it's just these, like, curved trees before the branches, like, spread out and kind of go up naturally, and then kind of leaning against one of those curves so that it kind of works almost like a seat. You see a large, muscular, green individual. Like a torn sack has been wrapped around the waist. At first you think its giant hands are just holding its head, and then you see the hands shift and realize that there are several heads on top of the body, and make a perception check for me as this thing kind of.
I'm glad I have lucky. 17.
17. The heads sort of turn in your direction, but you manage not to blow your hiding spot while keeping a look at it. You can see 3 goblin heads, one without eyes, one without a mouth, and one without ears. And there's one with no eyes. It's like holding its ears shut with its hands at one point, and it's like, "Ah! Ah, what are we?" The one with like no ears kind of looks over and goes, "Are you saying something?" And the one without a mouth is like,
Oh, I feel bad for that one.
the one with no eyes is like, "Should we walk around or what do we do?" And one of its big mitts hits the tree and kind of picks itself up, and it's kind of like wander. You can see it like trying to choose a direction to walk is a committee hearing with people that can't all communicate. And so it has jerky movements as its body tries to decide what to do, occasionally taking a few steps in a direction without too much hindrance from input from one of the other consciousnesses tied to one body.
You said they have a torn sack on them.
It looks like someone like ripped a sack in half and then tied it off at the waist to be like a loincloth.
Oh, okay. Do they have any, like, anything to hold valuables?
I mean, it's got some sweet abs that you could probably like stick a couple quarters, but otherwise not really.
Okay. I'm just gonna go up and say, hey, guys, you need some help?
What is it?
Hi.
What is it?
Are you good?
We see like a mitt paw like kind of get around the face and like cover the mouth that's screaming. And it goes. Everyone's like. While the one with no mouth and the one with no eyes seem to be embattled with each other. One with eyes and a mouth is like, "I can't understand anything you're saying. What am I?"
Oh.
Pardon? What did you say there at the end?
"What did it say?" And the one with no mouth is like,
Oh.
The other one's like, I'm good. I'm good. What are you?"
I'm just a halfling. Hello.
"What's a halfling?"
Like a small humanoid, but I'm cool. I'm good. I'm the friend.
I don't know what that means.
Do you need help?
What are we? What are we?
You look like goblins on a big body.
I don't know what any of that means. The one in the middle.
I'm gonna bring my friends. And I'm gonna go run and grab everybody else. Guys, there's
What are
like
friends?
this giant
Hello?
this giant thing that's got like 3 heads, and like one of them can't see, and one of them can't hear, and one of them can't talk, and like it's really cool, and you gotta come see this.
That sounds horrifying, actually.
Well,
Didn't we hear about something like this?
You also hear the screams from over the next hill of something screaming, "Hello, where are you? Why have I been abandoned? What am I? Does anything matter?
It
There's
seems like it's looking for you.
I think he's having an existential crisis.
Sounds like it doesn't know what that is.
Fair.
Well, according to what we've heard, a thing like this has been made before by beholders. Perhaps we could get it to lead us to the beholder?
Yeah.
But if it was created by the beholder, could also mean the beholder knows where it is.
Possible.
We don't know the rules.
I mean, they only saw me. I could go back and, like, I think I figured out how to kind of talk to them. Them. I could try alone to figure out where it is, and you guys could follow from a distance.
You see that?
Might be
Sounds
worth
like
a shot.
terrible idea.
Why does that sound like a terrible idea?
Because what if she just gets... What if they just encounter the beholder?
Well, then you guys will be
We'll be
behind
right
me, and
behind.
I'll
Yeah,
shoot
then we'll
it
be
in the
following.
face.
We're not too far. Like, they
Oh,
don't seem
I
to be very
thought we...
perceptive.
No, we're not just staying here.
I'm not going alone.
Yeah.
See, that's what it sounded like you were saying from the first time. Now I understand.
No.
Yeah. Charlie's
Yeah.
going to see if they can lead it back to the wherever it's from, and we're going to follow behind, I guess, at a distance.
Lucian, with your passive perception, you hear a slight rustle to the right of the spot where you all have gathered to talk. There is like a pile of leaves underneath a tree.
I'm gonna go poke the pile of leaves with one of my bow staffs.
I mean, it goes into the pile for a little bit, and then it touches something.
Just gonna... Can I brush the leaves aside?
Yes.
What's up, Lucian?
Yeah.
They roll a d12 for me.
9.
9. Okay. You brush some leaves aside, and then your hand almost gets caught in something, and you look down, and there's a moment of extreme panic when you realize your hand is in something's mouth, and you instinctually just pull your hand back to not get bitten, and before you realize that there's no teeth. You kind of cautiously move some more of the leaves out of the way, and you can see a hastily covered up person that lacks any bones.
Okay.
The eyes just kind of looking up at you with the flat dough of flesh in a pile under this bush, and the mouth kind of starts to move. Muscles apparently being used to kind of scoot the ooze of a person along the ground.
I think we're getting closer to the beholder.
We're definitely getting closer.
That is nightmarish.
We could also just keep looking and not
Yeah.
have to involve this person.
Yeah, I think
Persons.
I think that's a
it
good
might be
idea.
further torture, if anything.
Nah, it's good. I would just walk out.
All right.
Why
If
are
they
we
get
all-
crushed, I take no responsibility.
If you
Neither
are
do I.
if you're avoiding the multi-headed goblin, it's relatively easy. There are panicked screams going into the forest that are pretty easy to pinpoint.
Yeah.
So you all just take a wide berth of this goblin person. Hard to say exactly what's going on. This odd, aberrant monstrosity of a nightmare that was apparently had. Moving along, we will need Charlie. You seem to be heading this expedition essentially, so make an investigation check.
Can I help them?
You are not all clustered up chatting. It is a person leading with the group.
Okay.
That's okay. I got a 22.
Woo! Very
That's
nicely done.
reasonable.
You move through a cluster of other things. There's a cat with eyes instead of teeth, and teeth instead of eyes.
Ew. Ah.
They're moving along. Doesn't look like the healthiest thing. You imagine it's not catching much that it can digest. Moving through, you do see occasionally there's just like a four-winged bird, and you're like, all right, is that some regular monster stuff, or is that this area kind of stuff? There are all these odd aberrations of things that you could see someone seeing. Someone who saw a man might have the thought, like, what if he didn't have bones? And then that thought became
I do that all the time.
I don't know why my camera can't keep its shit together.
Oh God, it's Franklin Richards.
Cool.
And
Great.
moving up, you
It's
there.
it's like those old got milk commercials where the guy doesn't drink enough milk and then just turns into a pile of flesh.
Puddle of flesh.
That was
so.
horrifying. Didn't drink milk.
Ow, cat, no. Cat wants more attention than I can give it right now. I was like, here,
Well,
cat,
then
here are
stop
some
the
pets,
stream and give
it's
it
just like,
attention.
more. Moving up, everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I have advantage?
You actually, Sonari does have advantage on this.
20 dirty.
Perception.
21.
15.
15. What was Charlie's?
6.
6.
Nice.
Charlie, you're at the front, and you're first to notice that one of the other people in the crew farted, and it wafted up to you, and you're like, you kind of pick up your pace a little bit, and then it gets stronger, and you're just like, what? And you're like, how did the gust of wind like whip it around and then back up into your face? And have Charlie make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh.
18.
18. Charlie succeeds enough not to fall in to the circular pit that was somewhat blocked by some low vegetation while you were walking up on it. Managed to kind of stop yourself as your foot didn't find purchase as you were walking forward. You managed to shift your weight back and then look down and just see darkness going downward. Did you attune to that Ring of the Owl?
Yes, I did.
Okay. With your dark vision, Ravi, something to mention, or
Was I able to attune to the Rowfield orb on the travel?
yes, it's been a week. You guys have attuned to.
Oh, it's been a week. Damn,
Yep.
I totally missed that somehow.
We don't need to roll every day.
Yeah.
Be like just the journey in general. Then we're there.
Yeah.
The shades of black and gray do show as you look kind of to your left, and as everybody else kind of gathers up on this location. There is a rope that is tied off on a tree that is going down into this pit. At the bottom of this pit, Charlie, you can see two humanoid forms that are currently impaled at the bottom of approximately a 40-foot drop into this spiked hell hole in the middle of the forest.
Bungee pit. Cool.
Yeah, bungee pit, but about roughly 10 to 15 feet wide and about 40 feet down into the bungee stakes.
Bungee pit on steroids.
Lucian and
Yeah.
Ravi look down and can see that there are actually about 5 feet up from the spikes. There are it is a 4-way intersection that comes to this bottom of this pit. There are tunnels that link up to this hole in the ground.
I think
With
we
a-
may have just found our way in.
And
Yeah.
everyone gets that slight, very light whiff of some kind of like rotten egg.
Sour gas. No one cast fire spells. I'm kidding.
That
I don't-
is nasty.
I don't know fire spells.
Sonari, make a nature check.
We.
Say Ravi could get in on that as well.
A tour. Oh, that is.
Me and my wonderful intelligence, you know. It's a
Art.
16.
Tour.
Someone's setting off fireworks
16
outside
as
my
well.
apartment.
What?
That is odd timing, but all right.
What was Sonari's nature check?
It was 16 as well.
Oh, so double 16s. Cool. All right, so both of you are aware of the fact that natural gases exist, and that they are colorless and odorless. There is no rotten egg smell to natural gas. That is something we do in modern times so that we know when there's a gas leak. Is we add a rotten egg smell to our gas supply so that we'll know where what's happening. Which is an excellent idea because you go and then leave and don't blow up. No such luxury at these times. So whatever this like whiff, and it's starting to fade.
Dead person.
No, it's starting to fade. If there was like dead person smell, which there is, separate from that. But if it was dead person smell, it would be lingering where this is starting to fade. And then somebody had a 21 on their perception?
I had a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I
It
did.
was Ravi, yeah. Lucian doesn't quite catch it, but Ravi, you do just barely hear very light footsteps from a good 50 feet away.
Okay.
And it's not right here. It's off, like, to your east. You're, like, something small walking through the forest, away from you.
Everyone get down. Charlie. There's something that way. Can you take a look?
Mm-hmm.
About 50 feet, probably.
Stealth check.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah! That went so far out of my tray.
Mm.
12?
12.
Ooh.
You make your way
Ooh.
through the forest. You move a little quick, using your bonus action to dash a little, making sure that you pause to hide. But as you move forward and pause and move forward and pause, you go and you like turn around a tree to like catch a look at whatever it is that's been walking through the forest. And you can hear from the other side of the tree just a, "Can I help you?"
Why does that voice sound familiar?
Because it's a voice I do.
Okay.
It's Jeff's voice.
I'm lost.
Kind of a kobold kind of turns its head around the corner of the tree. You can see you smell that fart again, and it's sitting there with like a wrapped torch that has been looks like it's been recently snuffed out with a thick cloth and tied off. And it looks like he might have like instinctually pulled it up like a club when he heard something was coming. And then like puts it down on his belt. What?
I'm lost.
Oh, it's a forest.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Sorry, there's not much. He's got some like copper rimmed like makeshift glasses, where he's like, it looks like it's homemade copper wire that has been formed around some lenses. They're differently sized, like they were from two different pairs of glasses, and the rims have been formed and like put on. Kind of shoves it up the snout. It's like, afraid I can't help you much here. I just know my way back to my little village, and there's not much there to help you. So sorry.
I heard there's dangerous things around here, man, so
Very
take
dangerous.
care of yourself.
Yeah, I'll be careful. You all look like you're the types to try to, solve that. So, good luck.
Not really. I'm just trying to leave. Okay.
Yes.
I like your glasses.
Thank you. I made them myself. Out of.
They're cool.
Mind.
Charlie doesn't know how to leave conversations, is what I'm learning.
Charlie,
okay.
Charlie, make an insight check.
12.
12. I mean, you've never met this thing before in your life. This guy is a random old kobold with glasses in the forest. Kind of like, just like trying to get out of there as quickly as he can. Like, he doesn't want to be in this conversation. He's like, well, good day.
Yeah, bye.
Good day.
Good day.
You all hear a couple of good days as you're approaching quietly from farther away before Charlie comes back to all of you.
There was an old man kobold.
Oh, all right.
He had cool glasses.
Oh, all right. Well, I think we found our way in. Who has rope? Actually, we all have rope. We're D&D characters.
Yeah. We're what?
Oh, sorry. It's this thing I saw. It was this. It was a board game shop I found a while back that was selling this game. It doesn't matter.
We don't have to. When I accidentally say Jesus instead of gods, you guys don't have to like who? Yeah. No,
I just like to joke about it.
Yeah.
My immersion, no.
It's just fun.
Yep. Take off. I guess 50 feet of rope and tie it off to like a tree nearby.
It laying it down, it has just about enough to get to the top of these like cave entrances that are or these tunnels that splinter off from this pit trap. It is dangling and ready to climb down.
I will go first.
Cool. I'll go second.
Make an athletics check with advantage.
Oh!
You've got a well set up rope. Getting down is not super hard.
Oh no.
No.
You could with advantage?
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh, okay. So for a total
of 1?
A total of 1.
A total of
2.
1 all together. All right.
Nice.
Everybody gets their gear nice and cinched, ready to go.
I
ready
am
to climb down. People
watching.
are assisting Charlie in getting in and then climbing down the rope, and then approximately 5 feet down, there is a and
Featherfall.
Charlie, make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oh, I should
23.
have my spells and stuff back.
Yeah, do and mark off the spell. With a 23, and with thanks to this, there's a realizing you have plenty of time.
Thanks.
Kind of roll and right yourself. You see these spikes coming up towards you, but you can like gotta adjust your weight to like land between them. There are 2 bodies that have been septuply impaled on their way down.
Cool, I'm gonna loot them.
Yeah. So, Abby watching this whole thing is like, of course.
Not surprised.
Right.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go. Fuck it.
You two seem more capable than them.
Charlie, make an investigation check.
Kyle.
13.
Such a
13.
boy.
Looking through, you can tell the pockets have been rifled through already. They've been pockets being pulled out the wrong way. You're like, that doesn't happen from falling in a pit. Any gear of note has been taken. There technically is still armor on them, but it's been pierced, and it's been sitting in some blood. You do notice the blood is still pooling, so this has actually happened relatively recently.
Do any of them have like a cool hat or something?
One of them looks like he did have a cool hat. It is currently in possession of an extra hole.
A skewered hat. Hat on a stick.
Don't you have a hat that can turn into any other hat?
Yeah, but I wanted a cool hat.
You can literally make any hat you want on your head right now.
Yeah. You can make your hat look like any hat.
Yeah, but I wanted someone else's.
Could you make it look like multiple hats stacked on top of each other?
No, I'm not a psycho.
Theoretically? I think so.
Team Fortress 2.
Who was going next down the rope?
Me.
Lucian.
All right, athletics check with advantage.
That is a 12.
It's not that complicated of a climb down.
I know, but
It's rope.
You've got a rope. You've got a wall to lean against when you need to. It's not 100%. It's not your most graceful thing you've ever done, but yeah, you just climb down the rope. You climb down. You end up in the northward tunnel. You're probably gonna looking down. You can just see the dark vision shades of gray down about 20 feet before it curves off to the left.
I was about to think I thought you were about to say it stopped now, and you'd be like, that's concerning.
What?
No, if it just stopped instead of curving.
Oh. No. Anybody?
wait to check the other one.
Who else would like to go and do the thing?
I'll go.
Yeah.
All right. Ravi's heading down. Athletics check. As Sonari kind of looks down at these people climbing down this rope with less proficiency than she's used to seeing people go down ropes.
Athletics,
You're
my
gonna
whole
die
+1
here,
is a
aren't we?
16. It's not exactly my skill set, Sonari. My skill set is everything else.
Ravi, athletics check with advantage.
It's a 16.
16. Yeah, not an issue. The way the rope is oriented, you also end up on that northern pathway. Your feet plant. It's a little awkward because you do need to go like all the way to the end of the rope, and then your feet touch on the tunnel. But you make it just fine. And then Sonari heading down.
Yeah.
Athletics check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage for good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that would have been really funny. That would have been so funny. It's a 22.
22. Yeah, without even an issue, it's almost like one hand holding the rope while you just use the actual footholds that are there. Which you notice just because you have the time to notice as you're coming down. The rope is down, and it is sort of a rough tunnel, but then something's odd about it, and the more you look at it, the more you realize the tunnel itself is a perfectly smooth cylinder going straight up that then elements collapsed in on. And that's what these footholds are like rocks that were sheared smooth on one side and then fell in to the empty space that was left.
Cylinder like that way?
Yeah.
Or
It's upward cylinder. A vertical cylinder straight into the ground. Or up out of the ground.
like repeated ones?
Oh god.
So
the pit is. Okay.
It is
sorry.
just a smooth
Not the tunnels.
cylinder, like 40, 50 feet straight down. And then as you get low, you're a little taller than other people, and you've got the strength to just like hold the rope and place yourself. And as you get down in the tunnel, you can look down, and Charlie's rummaging through the belongings of the dead people in the pit. But you can see the elements of the stonework that must have fallen in, and you see concave, smooth, curved chunks of rock that had been fallen out of the tunnel whenever it was formed.
This was not made naturally. Alright. You think those kobolds over there earlier were worshipping or worshippers of the beholder at all?
It's always possible, but I don't think kobolds generally are the beholder type.
Okay.
I think. I could totally be wrong. I have no idea.
Kobolds, as far as I remember from things, you know what I'm talking about. They typically prefer to worship dragons, not kobold, not beholders.
Yeah, dragonoid things.
One of the only things I remember.
Anyways,
Alright.
shall we begin?
You all
Yeah.
help Charlie up out of the pit. Pretty straightforward to do. Sonari can literally just reach down and pull Charlie out.
Yeah.
You
I
see
draw my sword.
There's a dark tunnel ahead of you. What are you doing?
Who wants to go first?
I will, I guess.
All right. So
I'll follow.
Charlie's in front, with Ravi next.
I want to take up the rear.
I'm
Sonari's
gonna
in
be
the back.
sneaky, and I'm gonna check for traps.
Nice. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Can I help them?
Help them move quietly. No.
Look for traps. I mean.
Oh, help look for traps. The tunnel is wide enough for people to be side by side, so you could help each other look for traps.
Cool, that's 19 stealth.
19 stealth, and let's get everybody else's stealth while we're at it.
Oh, great. 12.
18 total. 18 total.
18,
Right.
12, Sonari,
23.
23,
24.
24 on Sonari. All right. There's Charlie. There's a moment where you kind of you're like, oh no, we lost Sonari, and you turn and look back, but she's just there. She's just pretty good.
Sweet.
Ravi and Charlie could make separate investigation checks, or one of you could help
Oh,
the other.
I already did it with advantage. I got
Oh,
19
got
though.
I was gonna say I helped.
I was gonna say roll again without advantage because you don't have advantage.
Really?
Yep.
Fuck.
Really?
Yep.
Do we have disadvantage for some reason?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well that was a
Damn it.
dirty 20.
Oh.
20. Oh, it's better than the advantage roll. You are moving ahead, and then you with this new magic dark vision, it's kind of a godsend with the ability to just see when it's dark. And
Not having to
with
strike a torch.
Ravi's help, the two of you kind of keeping low and keeping an eye out, you do spot this like there's an odd shimmer, and you're like, wait, what? And then as you look closer and check different angles, you do eventually figure out there is a thread that runs across right at the foot line in the tunnel, and it goes in these two almost imperceptible holes on either side of the tunnel. And what's odd is, like, as you move at certain angles, it's just not, you just can't see it. And then you change again, and it's like trying to see a spider web in a, outside in a garden. Like, when the light catches it, you can see it, and when it doesn't, you can't. It's sort of that same deal.
Cool. I'm gonna try to disarm it
Ravi?
without killing all of us.
Does it look like magic to me, or is it?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Ah. That is 19.
19. It does not seem magical. It seems like
Okay.
special a little bit, but not magical. It just seems like a
Right.
really specific type of thread that was very intentionally placed.
I thought it might be alarm or something.
No, not tied to
magical
that or
kind.
any other spell you can think of.
Okay, I'm gonna try to disarm it.
Disarm. Go for it.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna just tell everyone, don't step on it.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it.
You don't want to. Okay. You point it out and let people know, and then you all try to move past. So
It is a thieves' tools check, which
it is a
you're
thieves' tools check.
probably pretty good at.
But Charlie gets the thieves' tools out and ready to go, and then puts them away. He says, "Just step over. Just try to not touch it." So starting with Charlie stepping past. Charlie, make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
22.
22. You all watch Charlie kind of just deftly walk over this sometimes perceptible, sometimes not thread running across the floor. Ravi, I think you're next, so dexterity saving throw with advantage.
That is 24.
Good, same deal. Lucian, dex save with advantage.
Oh, cool. I think that's a 25.
Cool, definitely enough.
Yeah.
And Sonari, same deal. Dex save with advantage.
Okay. 18.
18. Yep. Everyone manages to get past. There's nail bitey moments where you lose track of where the thread is, and just step really carefully where you're hoping it's not, and then you do get past it without triggering off whatever trap this is. And then you all continue moving inward. Charlie and Ravi, you guys looking for traps again?
Yep.
I'll help them, yeah.
All right. So Charlie rolling a straight roll.
Perception?
Straight roll investigation.
Oh, investigation.
Yes.
Okay, that's better. 7.
Oh.
7. Ravi and Charlie taking point. Again, staying low, looking for these trip wires. And then Ravi and Charlie both get that feeling when you have a spider web that is touching you. And Ravi, make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. Ooh, another 24.
Nice.
Nice.
And Charlie, a dex save with disadvantage.
Yeah.
16.
16. Ooh. So, Ravi, you take 6 piercing damage, and
Oof.
Charlie, you take 13 piercing damage as a
Cunning action.
cunning action.
Or the reaction one.
To
What's
dodge
it
to
called?
take half damage.
Is
Yeah.
that from an
Uncanny
attack?
dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
I think it is from an attack.
it is not.
Oh,
an
it is
attack.
within a... Dang. Okay.
Yeah,
13?
Not an attack. So yeah, 13 piercing damage. A series of needles flood the tunnel, just from every direction. Sonari and Lucian far enough back that it's just in front of them, as Ravi and Charlie just sort of turtle up and do their best to block the incoming hail of missiles. And then all of you just like, ooh, and like, Charlie and Ravi like,
Oh.
as these little like little cactus needles that have been pressurized somehow and forced into the tunnel out of little holes in the wall. You just pull them out and you're like, and
Ouch.
get them out of your skin and off to the side.
Oh.
And Charlie in particular, you can feel that feeling of the like web in your hair. You can kind of feel it like that, knocking off your headphones.
I hate that.
You feel kind of like you kind of go to like get it off, and then you can feel this thread. That this one was mounted high, or like mid tunnel instead of low, and so you all missed it. But you kind of get a chance to like examine it really closely, and it's some kind of thread, and you don't know how it was made, but it was made somehow to be almost imperceptible in the darkness.
Cool. I'm gonna keep it.
Cool. Kind of you just like yank some of it. You just try to yank it out of the wall.
Yeah.
All right.
I step back first.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, you'd have about 10 feet of cobalt thread.
We could use that.
Let me
for
throw it in the bag.
It's thread.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Just roll it up into a little ball and put it in a little side pocket.
We will never find it again.
Instantly gets tangled.
Right.
Take a little stick and like reel it, you know?
Mm-hmm. But you have
Yeah, I'll just wrap it around like my flask or whatever.
right. Everyone make a perception check.
18.
5.
At 20.
Great.
The universe is apologizing to me after last session when I could not roll above like a 6.
Well,
Yeah, anyone who beat a 15 hears as the trap went off, the muffled sound of like a bell falling down a mine shaft, just like ding, 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 ding. Behind one of the stone walls, to the left, something falling and clanging down stonework.
That can't be good.
Well, it seems we may have been alerted.
we have, yeah.
Is stealth an option anymore?
We can still try.
Shut
This
up.
is always an option.
Of course you say that. You're the rogue. I'm sorry, that was rude.
I've made this mistake
Just
before.
apologize.
Let's just keep trying to be sneaky.
What did you say, Ravi?
What?
No, what did you say? You
I
said
didn't say
something.
anything.
Yes, you did.
I'm proud of you.
I know how to apologize. Just don't
Yeah,
do it
but you don't.
often. Like I said, I don't do it often. Anyway.
Stealthily, onward stealthily.
Onward stealthily. You all moving quietly. That's another investigation check. Same version of helping. So Charlie, straight roll.
And I help as no, I'm not trained in investigation. Never mind.
14.
14. You are moving through quite a bit. You are taking the turns and the corners of the tunnels pretty seriously, especially after the pelting you took a minute ago. Looking a couple of different directions. You pause, almost like you just instinctually know something is wrong.
Us.
You just you look around, but you don't see a thread anywhere. You just feel like something's wrong.
Oh.
Go
Do
ahead
they tell
and make. No, there's no check for that. So, you kind of pause. You hear like an exhale.
I'm gonna take out a match and light it.
Do you have a match?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Just to see if it, because I heard an exhale, I'm gonna see if it goes.
You kind of look and turn and see a face about twice the size of you looking through like an arrow slit, and in the big grinning teeth just like and blow out the candle, and then it's gone.
I'm gonna try to shoot through the slit.
Yeah, make an attack for disadvantage.
I didn't like
I can't
that.
see it through with the dark vision.
Nope. There is no arrow slit that they can see.
That's 19 to hit.
19. Nice.
What?
Oop. Do. That might actually. That. Oh, it's completely different.
Kill a beholder. Oh my god.
Don't think.
I'm terrified.
I don't think they're
Literally,
gonna
I
one
was
shot
like-
the beholder.
We might
I
die
I mean, in general, if we manage to kill it.
today. It'll be very cool if we do.
Yeah,
Right.
it's true.
19, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. You quickly, just instinctually, draw and fire. Everyone sees you draw and fire an arrow directly into the wall, and your arrow just smashes against stone.
Well, it knows that we're here, and I go grab my arrow.
Well,
The arrow.
Did Ravi give me the indestructible one?
Yes. Oh, that's
Okay.
that your like first arrow to fire usually.
No, I would have just grabbed a random one.
Okay.
If I'd only shoot that if I was confident that I'd hit it.
Gotcha. No, he shatters on the stonework. There is a. Everyone looks over, kind of confused at Charlie firing this arrow into the wall, and then there you hear a like semi-muffled through the wall that she fired at, or that they fired at, and it
Do I
trails
notice
off.
anything?
It trails off like it's moving.
I hate that so much.
Is there anything off
What
about
it-
the wall?
Do you like go to feel it, or what are you doing about the wall?
I'm just like looking at the wall that they shot at.
Looking at it in the darkness, it's just the same rough wall that has been most of the tunnels.
Charlie,
Its face was right there. There was a hole, and its eye was huge, and I didn't like it.
I have a thought.
are you going crazy?
No.
You all heard the laughing and the
Yeah.
thing moving.
But
past.
oh right, yeah, that's true.
You're fucking going crazy, man.
I'm gonna. Can you, Charlie? Can you point to me as to where you saw the hole in the wall?
There, right there.
I'm gonna go over and poke exactly where they point out with the Wenge staff.
Yeah, sure. Make an
Wow.
investigation check
Right.
Cool. I have
well,
advantage
well, it's always.
with disadvantage.
with advantage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you have dark vision and it's a wall that you're investigating.
That's a 13 total.
13 total. You poke and you hit stone.
Okay.
What did the
So-
face?
So it wasn't just an illusion.
I mean, you poked at it and you. Seems like stone.
Shall we keep going?
I mean, do we have any other choice at this point?
Yes. We can always turn around. Uh. Yes.
keep going.
I vote forward again. Already knew we were alerted something.
Stealthy.
Stealthy.
All right.
Yeah.
So you all,
We don't know for sure it was the beholder.
in the darkness, do you all just start moving again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna die.
Unless I noticed that it appeared when Charlie lit the match.
I mean, you saw the match light and then the match go out and Charlie freak out and fire the arrow into the wall, and then the laughing as it moved away.
Would I be able to put something together that light is bad, or that light is good for us? Maybe.
Do you want to
Because-
try doing light in some way, or
Sure.
I
I'll
light a torch.
light a torch. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You light a torch, and you can, as you light a torch, you see a very clear, thin, maybe 3-inch wide arrow slit straight down the wall.
Mm.
with a
That's-
secondary tunnel that seems to be parallel to this tunnel.
Going to be some kind of magic. All right.
Could we not be stealthy and like smash through it?
There's
mean,
a
we
tunnel.
could. But we've got a tunnel.
Ravi, go ahead and make an investigation check on the wall.
Okay. That's let me check. I don't remember what my modifier is. 18.
You kind of take the light and then like get it out of the way and then bring it back and bring it out, and you can see that there is an illusion that is present that fools dark vision. So the arrow slit is covered and looks just like stone with the light not there, and then once the light comes back, it is then just apparent and right there. You could also see the small marks in the light stone where Lucian had just poked her staff into the wall and just like whiffed, basically just missed the arrow slot as she was like poking around where this illusion then kind of covers the gap. But it seems to only fool dark vision. It doesn't seem to have an effect in the light.
Torch might be in order.
Yeah.
I'll have the torch in my one hand and my rapier in the other then.
Torch lit.
I'm going to hold the Wenge staff and cast light on it.
Whole light. Giving off the same as the torch light.
Nice.
All of you now lighting up the hallway, taking a look down. Charlie, roll a d12 for me.
Yikers!
I got my spooky music on.
Can't wait to find another boneless man.
Nope. That's not what you find. You move forward another section of the tunnel, kind of keeping an eye out for any kind of traps before you need to examine for traps necessarily. You come around a corner and you do see a skeleton standing in the middle of the hall, just arm kind of straight out to one side, and the skeleton itself, head kind of peeking down, and then just like raises up to like make it gaze at the four of you as you come around the corner with light.
I'm want to shoot between the arm and the head.
I'm gonna say
Like in...
a rolling of initiative is required. We'll say for everyone.
Cool.
Most of all, I'm curious if anyone beats a 21.
Oh, damn.
Huh.
No.
That
I got
is-
an 8.
That is also a 21.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I've got a 15. Show off.
And
12.
Charlie on a 12. Lucian, you get the sense that you need to act immediately, essentially, and you see the skeleton. It is about to do something. You don't know what.
Eldritch Blast.
Just Eldritch Blast. All right.
Panic Eldritch Blast.
Make your 2 attacks.
Okay. Let me quickly scroll down to my spellcasting modifier.
Be 3 plus your charisma modifier.
That's a 1 and an 8 and a 15.
A natural 1 and a 15.
Yes.
Okay, for a total. Or the total was 15.
No. One of them is 15, because I was rolling for both attacks.
Right. I mean, is that a total of 15, or did you roll a 15?
I got it. A total of 15.
A total of 15. Okay. So one of them does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool. Let's, where the fuck is my D10? There it is. That's 6 damage.
You all watch 2 blasts of energy shoot out from Lucian. one going wide, one finding purchase in the ribcage, blowing out a few of the ribs as the skeleton with the head tilt just pulls its arm in, and you hear a dudung 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 dudung, and it's just dudung 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 dudung, as it appears to have something that you don't actually see anything tied to the arm, or the arm even holding anything. It is just, but it's pulling up and down, and some alarm is going off behind the wall to the left. I think Ravi, Sonari, and Charlie are up next.
Do we all have the same initiative?
No, but you all do something before anything else happens.
Oh.
You go first. I was last.
Okay. I'll wait, who goes first?
It'd be Sonari, I guess.
Okay.
Sonari, you see a weakened, unarmed skeleton that is essentially an alarm system. That wasn't able to be dropped before it could sound the alarm, essentially.
I mean, I'm gonna hold my axe. I'm gonna hit it with the axe.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Hit it. Yeah. Oh, and my attack is 21.
Oh yeah, that fully hits.
Yeah.
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 Your D12 plus your strength, I believe. You didn't feel threatened enough to rage at the skeleton.
I was like, it's not okay. 13.
13, yeah. You all watch the skeleton just now with walking up with the axe, just like looking around, like whack, and it just shatters bones all over the floor. The dung 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 dung. You see the bones from the elbow to the hand get pulled up to the corner of the ceiling and then press up against the wall and seem to like hold there. And it looks like there is a small hole in the wall over there. You don't see the threads that connect it to the arm, but they are pretty obviously connected to some sort of bell or gong or something on the other side.
Wow.
Well, even more so, we have lost the element of surprise.
Yeah. We maze.
I'm not used to running into traps, and this is how it goes every single damn time.
Isn't this kind of your profession?
Not like traps. I mean, like I've been trained,
Now,
but I'm not great at it.
We are going to take a slight few-minute break as I'm gonna get my wife some water and ibuprofen.
All right.
Back in a moment.
Oh, cool. TPK.
Mike, everybody.
TPK.
Here we go.
TPK.
TPK. TPK. 17
Gonna
sessions is enough.
Yeah.
Is it really 17 already?
It's the session 17. I named it Behold.
Our death.
Behold our deaths. No, I'm hoping y'all don't die. Step 1, don't die. So, clanging
good
of
rule 1.
bronze or something on the other side of stonework, the tunnel continues ahead of you, and these bones are scattered on the ground. Well, what do you all want to do?
Onward! Adventure!
We're gonna die.
I don't know that we need to even keep stealthing.
What if we waited for another
Or-
group to show? Because I feel like just the 4 of us are gonna die.
I mean, that might be smart. Wait until it's distracted and then take advantage of the opportunity.
Oh, wait for someone else to actually attack the thing and then jump in.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, like pile on.
for all we know, we're like days ahead of the others.
Right.
I got time.
We
might not.
Fair enough.
Everyone make a perception check.
Motherfucker.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, nat 1.
Oh, nat 20!
Nice.
Love the thing out of it.
Balanced. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Rafi, trust me, it's not balanced. I also got a nat 1.
Yeah.
21. I got a 21.
It's just,
See? See?
hey, it's just it's like a vertical split of,
Yeah. An average of 10.
accomplishment and failure. So, Lucian and Ravi, behind you, you hear some other kind of monstrosity must be charging. A gallop of stone against stone charging beyond your dark vision, but coming at you down this tunnel. Sonari and Charlie, you watch as Lucian spins and readies the bowstaff and channels a spell ready to fire off. Ravi, blade drawn, ready to fight, and both of you are very confused because it's clearly a tunnel collapse that's happened way up the tunnel from the way you came, and it's just stones collapsing in that tunnel. And then you see Lucian and Ravi preparing as if something's about to attack, when you're like, no, we've just been sealed in here. Awesome.
Look at Lucian. I look back down the tunnel.
Well, there's no going back now.
I'll take the left, you take the right.
Guys,
Got it.
what are you?
There's nothing, we're good. We're just trapped.
Beholders
now.
that way?
What?
You didn't hear
There
that?
was the cave-in behind us.
Yeah,
The beast
so
has
Okay,
apparently
we'll do
stopped
that.
and is no longer approaching. And then as you stop and think about it, and the other two pointed out to you, you're like, oh yeah, rock on rock. That's not like an earth elemental charging us or anything. That's a collapsed tunnel.
That wait for people to come might not be.
I do like a back down the tunnel, and I turn around.
Onward we go.
That's what I thought. Dark and spooky tunnel.
All right. Taking point again with the looking for traps.
I'd like to help with investigation.
Sonari, what?
I kind of want to help with investigation.
Yes.
Sonari.
Sonari.
After say yeah.
Sonari is like, I want. Yeah. let me help with this. Let's have Charlie and Sonari each make their own investigation checks. You all have light and are kind of knowing what to look for here.
14.
Perception checks, did you say?
18.
All right. Between the two of you, you stop looking for the threads. It's a fool's task at this point. And even more so now, you start to realize that these threads are practically invisible here in the torchlight. But you find the holes in the walls where they're likely coming through, and then feel around them and go, thread. And you find the location of some other kind of trigger for some kind of trap. This one appears to be more of a crisscross set of lines across the tunnel that completely block it. unless they
I'll
get
try to
disarmed.
disarm them.
It is possible to squeeze through if you wanted, but it'd be much more difficult than just stepping over the wire like before.
Yeah, I'll try to disarm at least one of them.
Light magical and based in fire is over you as you do so. So it's basically got everybody huddled in. Sonari could assist. Since
Yeah,
Sonari has,
I'll do that.
I'd say since Sonari has investigation there. So make your disarm check. It is a flat roll with
'Kay.
these threads.
10.
10. You pull and go to anchor one side of this thread, and you feel it dunk. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. Okay.
11.
21.
10.
And Lucy,
What? Sorry, I dissociated for a second. What?
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, cool.
Welcome back.
That
Dex
is
save.
a 16.
A 16. So Sonari and Lucian feel the stonework below them start to collapse. Charlie and Ravi don't notice and fall.
Feather fall.
Lucian and
Well-
Sonari watch. Charlie and Ravi fall a good 20 feet with stone crumbles around them, while Sonari and Lucian are both like grabbing onto the wall nearby and watch as they then are slid out of view in what appears to be a fairly vertical but now angled, smooth tunnel ride of some kind that you are now sliding down into the stones
With
below.
the feather fall, can we try and like? Is it too wide to like plant hands and like across and like try and wedge ourselves in?
Well, you've got the so the two of you are falling. You get about 5-10 feet down, but you could cast Featherfall to slow your fall.
I did just like by reflex, I think.
Right. So you mark off a casting of Featherfall. You both slow significantly, but you still are falling, and it is just too smooth to get a handhold on anything. This tunnel's been purposefully very refined and packed, and there is nowhere to grasp onto. The chute is meant to shoot you somewhere. You could attempt to make an athletics check to stop yourself on the smooth stone.
I mean, I'll try.
Yeah. Charlie as well?
Yep.
Thoughts from Lucian?
We still have some rope, right?
Oh, yeah, I should. Yeah, we each have.
People
rope,
are actively
so.
falling at the moment, so rope's not
Yeah,
super an
we're
option,
kind of
but so what
Take my
are,
backpack real quick.
how did those athletics
10.
checks go? So
Is it with disadvantage or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just not with advantage.
13.
13.
10.
The two of you, even in your slowed falling state, and Lucian and Sonari can see this almost comical thing as they round this corner. They're both grabbing at the sides, but it's just too smooth, and their hands kind of run across the stonework. They have dropped out of your view.
Oh no.
Did we follow them?
How about we're just watching something anyways.
There is this funny
We're
moment
going-
where Ravi and Charlie can call back because they're not going that fast because of Featherfall.
Yeah.
They've got like a minute where they're dropping pretty slowly down this slide.
Do you want they're at feather falling?
Well,
Do you want to?
You said it's. How deep did you say?
You haven't hit
It's
the bottom
still
yet.
going. It's still going.
Well, I guess Because I know it's when you land it ends. So I don't know if landing on a slide counts.
I was considering it still active as so you're sliding
Sure.
slowly, essentially.
Yep.
I
We're still
was thinking-
we're still falling slowly.
I'm gonna do, and I want to pull the rope out. I want to give the other side to Lucian. It's like, how about you go down and like try to fall fast to them, and y'all can climb back up here.
That is an idea. It's just stupid enough to work.
How long do you ponder this idea
Quickly,
before trying
please.
to execute?
I've
Like
heard
5
this
seconds.
whole
Robbie.
thing.
It's like, yes.
Robbie's just
All right, take it and
quickly,
jump.
please.
Okay, go.
All right. So Lucian
grab-
grabs the rope and dives in. Lucian will need to make a consequential acrobatics check, and then a very consequential athletics check. So starting with the acrobatics,
Okay. I'm very good at acrobatics.
trying to get yourself in position
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
make
say
this
that one
plan
is-
a possibility.
And I have given them inspiration when I shouted for help.
Okay. The first one was a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
You think you're good. You are approaching quickly. You're getting close to the edge of the rope. But you could try to catch them. Charlie, yes.
I forgot to say I would have charged my dagger. Like, I would have brought it under the moon while we were. I just thought of that.
Oh, you'd have had to think of
Oh,
that
yeah,
before
that was
stuff was
a while
happening.
ago.
That's a roleplay thing to happen back in town.
Oh, okay.
That's something we'll have to cover some other time.
Okay. That's fine.
The athletics check now.
Athletics check.
Okay. Ravi, is inspiration a D8?
I think,
it's allowed.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's not been an opportunity.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, there was.
No, it was
You might have had
shadow.
time without the pause to quip. But diving in now.
That is a 16.
So, beating 15 means you get to pick who you'd like to grab. Unless you don't decide.
Hey,
Where'd my timer go?
Ravi
You
notices
have
you.
until I find my timer.
Ravi sees you, pondering here, and tries to push Charlie towards you.
Alright, give me an athletics check from Ravi.
Y'all hold hands.
pretty gay.
That's 17.
17. And in this moment, I also found the example of the large marble crystal thing that you have
I like
in
it.
your pocket. And there's apparently a beach of them. And Ravi grabs Charlie by the back of the armor and yeets Charlie into Lucian's arms, as Lucian has that moment of like trying to decide. A halfling hits Lucian in the chest,
Oh,
and
man.
Ravi, as
Instinctively just grab them with the other arm that isn't holding the rope.
right,
I'm still falling.
weirdly falling slowly away from you, down this chute, slower than you'd expect, almost calmly.
Can I try to grab Ravi?
He's out of reach.
You were thrown.
Um,
I have a string.
like you do have that little 10-foot invisible string.
You've got grappling.
No,
hook,
I
you
have
just
like a
throw it at me.
string.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
You don't think a string is gonna quite do it.
I also have 50 feet of
I
rope.
weigh the same amount. I'm just falling slowly.
Oh, did we
Right.
take our rope back after we... Okay, then I'll throw my rope down.
Throw rope. Okay.
Bundle of rope.
No, I mean
Yeah, just
like
holding
holding
it
on
to
to
top.
one end.
Well,
just
you're
throw-
being
Can you
held
imagine
by
like a coil?
Lucian's got a hold of you, and so you just
Very
take your
Mulan.
rope. You get your rope loose from your backpack and throw it down. Make an athletics check.
10.
10. You tangle your rope a little bit. Ravi,
no.
you can make Ravi make an acrobatics check with disadvantage for me.
Cool.
We're never gonna get to the holder.
Don't fail me now, Ravi dice. They failed me now.
What if this slide is just the fastest way?
I mean, I do have a +9
It
to
was really
acrobatics,
fun,
so that's a 12 still.
12. You're kind of like coming to terms. You kind of think
It's
that
like,
moment,
well,
and something
whatever,
goes like,
fuck.
and you're like, what? And then there's like a
Ow!
slightly knotted bundle of rope just out of your reach as you try to like grab hold of it. A little whip
Alright.
from Charlie kind of almost loosens it a little further, but it's like just out of reach, almost tragically as you keep sliding away.
No. Bye, guys.
And Ravi goes down this next bend. There is a moment of like sadness and knot in your stomach. Ravi, you are
This is how I die.
you are on your feet as the next bend down is about 10 feet, and you land.
Wait, after falling out of the
It was very dramatic. Like,
slide.
you were very close to the end of the slide.
Yeah, very sad music is playing right now.
Yeah,
with
it's really sad
headphones,
music
and it's
I
really
have spooky
depressing.
music.
Land.
I have spooky music. I'm like, oh, I'm about to die.
I just have to send you a sacrifice playlist on. It's really sad right now.
There is just that little like, and you thought you would, as you felt the feather fall duration about to expire, you realized like I'm about to fall, and then that's it. That's all that's gonna. Oh wait, I'm standing.
Who knows? Who knows what I will fall into? Oh wait,
Charlie
Lucian,
does just watch Ravi fall into the darkness. Ravi, how long before you say anything?
wait, but Charlie has
Oh,
dark vision. I thought.
No, it's like over a bend.
Go
So you
on a
don't
bend.
have visual. They
Oh,
can hear you probably.
Okay. I'm still falling. Still falling.
How is Lucian holding me?
Just like
an
fireman
arm
strap
wrapped
across
around
the
you.
chest is what I think it was.
Can I back up far enough that they can like see me over like the edge or whatever?
No, it's like
No?
I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna try to get off
I
of
guess the
Lucian.
torch would have fallen down. Is the torch that I was holding, did it fall down and
It'd
is
be
still lit?
It'd be next to you, yeah.
I pick up the torch and I hold it up high enough and I wave it over. Yeah, it's not actually that far down.
So, Charlie, make an acrobatics check,
Okay.
and Lucian make an athletics check.
oh no.
7.
Okay.
8.
Charlie, you kind of get free, and then Lucian just grabs you by the back of the armor again and pulls you in.
Let me go.
Wait,
The two of you looking ahead now see the glow of the fire from the torch.
I
Over that
it's
next
actually
hill,
not that far.
and it's like waving back and forth, and you hear Ravi saying, like, it's not that far.
we're in essentially a slide, right?
Effectively, yeah.
Goonies.
How steep is it?
It has, like, sections, but you think 120 feet, maybe?
I'm still struggling trying to get down.
Okay, just don't die, and then I let you go.
Feel it get lighter, and I'm like,
Oh shit.
Denari, apparently it isn't a bottomless slide. Apparently we're going down.
well, why don't we just pull you guys up now?
Because Ravi's already at the bottom.
I'm just gonna hold the rope. Yeah. Cool.
Charlie, you slide down and land next to Ravi with the torch lit.
You dick! Why'd you push me up there? You should be the one that should have.
I figured I have more tricks to get out of things. Potentially.
Yeah, but you're like. I don't know. Never
Like what?
mind. It should have. Just save yourself next time. But thank you.
Let's take a look around while they're on their way.
Lucian, what are you thinking of?
Lucian is, after telling Sonari that we're apparently going downstairs, is just gonna be like, "Pop, And just
Go,
let
yeah.
go. And can I slide down on my feet?
Make an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah.
Dope monk shit.
Hell yeah, that's a 23.
Nice. Sliding down vertically on her feet is Lucian coming down and dope 3-point landing right behind Ravi and Charlie as they are looking out into the room so no one saw it.
Hello there.
Hi.
What's the point of me doing cool shit if nobody is there? Nobody sees me do it.
No, I saw you.
Yeah, I just kind of chose to ignore you.
You were both. You're both horrible.
I give Ravi like just kind of a low bones fist bump.
Yeah. Well, you got to reach up no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Sonari, what are you?
Yeah.
Just calling down like every.
The rope just goes slack and.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna start reeling it in, but then are you guys? Is there a tunnel down there? Should echo
You
down.
all down. You look out into a pretty vast cavern adorned with chunks of stone that are weirdly patterned. It's like 4 concave sides, making like almost like a vertical star column in places. Not structural in any way, just to like give the room some variance to it. There are about 3 different glowing gems giving out just like globules of light that kind of just fan off of them in like 4 opposite directions. And they go about 20 feet out before they fade out, and as they fade out, a new set emanate from the gem, and they're like on top of these little 10-foot pillars. There's a big pile of furs in one corner, a slight indentation in it, but we're talking maybe 20-30 large animals worth of furs that are just piled up in a spot. There's about 30 eggs that are currently sitting next to what looks like some sort of like clean burning fireplace, almost like it's like an iron fireplace with no chimney to it, and there's just fire going, emanating some light and heat. And then there are these little nests with these little eggs all around, maybe like
chicken eggs,
more like closer to ostrich eggs, but similar concept.
Okay.
Yeah, there's maybe 20 or 30 of these eggs, and those are kind of arranged by this like fireplace. You see a big pile of dead bodies, which currently has a small small kobold rummaging through, and seems to be like organizing the stacks. So there's like they're making these like stacks of armor and stacks of pants and stacks of shirts and stacks of shoes, which are neatly organized into left and right. Charlie, yes?
I want to sneak up behind him and try to grapple him, and I'm gonna yell, "Surprise, glasses!"
You don't even know if it's the same one.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
We should have asked questions.
What is Charlie doing?
21.
21. You sneak up pretty easily, and get whatever grapple you want on them as you see this. As you like kind of grapple and turn around, you can see the snout of a kobold, but there's just the eyes are just smooth, scaly flesh with 2 eyes that have been like drawn on it with ink.
Oh,
no ears. And as you grapple it, the head just sort of like turns back towards you, and it's silently staring.
You're not glasses. You're creepy. That's what you are, and I'm gonna try to stab it in the neck with a dagger.
You'd have to resort to violence on this poor kobold.
Its eyes are drawn on.
And You were nice to the
Disabled.
three-headed goblin thing.
But this is, like, not right.
Well, and the goblin thing was?
Do you have
I'm-
any idea how long it takes to dream of a clothes-folding kobold?
Uh-oh.
Echo
Oh.
from the roof of the chamber, and that's where we're gonna call it for the night.
Ah!
Oh! I wanted to fight it.
See what
I
you've
got-
done.
I have
That way-
I have received a message that that my wife's starting to get a little bit of a reaction from that second COVID shot. So,
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, for sure.
gonna go get her some water and take the kids and
Yeah.
get her some rest. But we'll see y'all next week, where we'll probably be talking momentarily before rolling for initiative, and we'll see how that goes.
Mhm.
We're so
Have a good night.
You
Can't
have-
believe you're leaving
Remember
us to
your ring.
worry for a whole week about fighting a beholder at level 6.
Just
I am-
because my wife's
it'll
in
be-
a lot of
I
misery.
am
That's
It'll
true.
be fine.
I am praying you altered the stat block.
I'm gonna stay up there,
It'll
but
be
you'll die.
fine. At the very worst, I just get to play a new character.
Yeah. At the
Maybe
very worst,
every-
I get to play Logan.
You all decided to go after the beholder. No one forced you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were other options.
You were like, bait! And we're like,
There's
Yes,
money, and then people are like,
You see, here's the thing. We're stupid.
And greedy.
I will add the fact that the chat said there was 3,000 gold to go look at the cloud giant. But-
That would definitely kill us.
Cloud Giant? More than a
Giants are
beholder?
worse.
Are they?
I don't know. Don't metagame the stat block. You don't know what it actually is. We'll see you next time.
Oh, I know.
Remember your fingering. I'm gonna go take
Remember
care of some
your
babies.
Have a good night.
fingering.